There really isn't much to it. We weren't made for each other, I knew that. We sort of just happened. Like the cold during the winter time or the heat during the summer. It's all cliche, really. Every bit of it. As a matter of fact, I don't know exactly what it was, but she was there. For once, maybe I was wrong. I want to say it started off as every other story, but I don't think it did, because I don't think I could explain what it felt like. I don't even think I could explain what it was. She was one of those things, you know? Her smile made my day, and her eyes, God, her eyes. And I spent every single night thinking about what it could be, or what it was, and it killed me to think that even for a second, that none of it was real. It was like this unbelievable dream, and she was like this beautiful code that I just didn't know how to crack. And I never could. I mean, all the bad things she did, every flaw of hers seemed beautiful to me. Until I realized what she was doing was wrong. I tried. I really tried to make her quit all the things that were wrong. I really tried. I would convince her. Believe me, I would convince her. But maybe she just didn't want to listen. Maybe I was just talking to myself the whole time. I just didn't know it. I mean, the relationship grew. And we moved in together, and she said yes. We had our moments. For that moment, it seemed like everything was right, you know? It seemed like there was nothing wrong with the world. In that moment, I had all the courage I needed. Just looking at her made me feel like I had everything. But things fell apart. Things fell back together. But we always came back to each other. She saved my soul. But nothing stays forever, does it? Nothing will ever stay together just because you want it to. That's ridiculous. So I walk back home and I see it. And I realize that my worst nightmare did come true. That in fact, everything that was in front of me wasn't even real. I mean, at that second, I could have put it down and left. I don't know why I thought I could fix it. I was disappointed, hurt, destroyed. The worst part was I couldn't say anything. So she walks up to me and yells at me, tries to make a point, and I don't know what to say. The point I was trying to make was that we were meant to be, but she doesn't want to listen. It's cliche, isn't it? Every story ends this way. It was easy for her to walk out. Because for her, it wasn't as real as it was for me. For her, it was easy. As easy for her to write a little letter before she left a 3-year-old's commitment. You know what that's like? And all she said, all she had the temerity to say was that
the last 3 years with you have been amazing, and it's been a privilege to be yours, and I'm beyond sorry for cheating. It was wrong, I know, and I'm sorry. You and I both know that it wasn't working out. I'll have Eric pick up the rest of the stuff. Please know that you'll always have a place in my heart. I'm sorry.
And she just left. Just like that. She didn't need a reason. She didn't need an excuse. It was just as easy. I mean, how was I supposed to know that she was gone? How was I supposed to know until I saw that letter on top of my dresser? And I just stood there thinking to myself how incredibly cliche, and for a moment I had no thoughts at all. Because I knew that these 3 years had all been a lie. There really isn't much to it. We weren't made for each other. She walked away. And the first time she walked away, I never really wanted her to leave. I knew she'd come back to me, but it still killed me. But for the first time, I knew that she wasn't going to. So there was no point lying to myself. She was gone. Just like that. There's a little piece of me that just wants her to come back. And I always think to myself, what would happen if she walked through the door of that apartment? I always come up with these scenarios. I don't know how I'd act. All I know is that I love her. But if she's better off with another man, then so be it. You can't make people stay. But you can sure as hell love the people you want to. Is it cliche? Or is it just reality? She was the love of my life. But it's time I find another.